Welcome to the Terrset tutorial video series. This tutorial video will focus on using the Macro Modeler application in Terrset. The Macro Modeler can be used to build and execute multi-step models and includes options for batch processing and dynamic modeling. To open the Macro Modeler, click the Macro Modeler icon on the Terrset toolbar. There are three basic elements of a model: data elements, command elements, and links. Data elements are the inputs and outputs of your model and can include raster and vector layers, collections, and attribute values files. These four buttons allow you to add data elements to your model. The data element I just added is a layer of precipitation measured in millimeters per day. Command elements specify the operations you wish to apply to your data elements and may be either Terrset modules or submodels, which I'll explain a little later. I want to turn my image of precipitation in millimeters per day to an image of precipitation in millimeters per year. So I'll add the Scalar Module as a command element. These buttons allow you to add command elements to the model. When I add a command element, the output data element is automatically added as well. You can change the name of the output data element by right-clicking on the icon. Links are the final element of a model. Links establish the sequence of processing in your model by connecting data elements to command elements. This button allows you to add a link to your model. I'll link my input precipitation image to the scalar command. Now I can right-click the scalar icon, notice that the input image was set by the link I just made, and set the rest of the module parameters. I want to do a multiply operation, and the scalar value will be 365, the number of days in a year. I can now run the model by clicking the Run icon. Here's the precipitation per year image I created using the Macro Modeler. If the model I just created were a process I needed to run routinely and wanted to insert into another model, I could save the model as a submodel. A submodel is essentially a user-defined module created using the Macro Modeler. Submodels are often used to encapsulate a frequently used set of steps or to reduce the complexity of a model. To save this model as a submodel, I must first save the macro model. Then I can go to File, Save Model as a Submodel. You can add submodels to your current macro model using this button. There are two other functions of the Macro Modeler that are very useful: DynaGroups and DynaLinks. To demonstrate these two unique tools, I'm going to create a new model. This model will take a group of satellite images and create a mask depicting background and cloud cover for all the images combined. Such a mask could then be used to exclude certain areas from further analyses that would be affected by spurious values. I'll start by adding the raster group of satellite images to my model as a DynaGroup. A DynaGroup is a raster group file for which each layer will be run through the model separately. DynaGroups can be used to create batch processing operations in the Macro Modeler. The command element I need to use is add. Since I'll be iteratively updating the output, and I'm only interested in the final output, I'm not too concerned with the output name. However, if you're using a DynaGroup and want each output to have a unique and informative name, you can use the DynaGroup naming conventions outlined in the help system. These conventions allow you to keep the original input file name and add a prefix or suffix for identification. The add operation needs two input images. For the first run-through, I'll use a blank image with a value of 0 for every pixel as the second image. I next need to link my initial inputs to the add command and check that the add parameters are specified correctly. Now, I need to add a dynalink to the model. A dynalink allows output images to be iteratively fed back to the model as inputs. Since I want the output image to replace the blank image from the second iteration onward, I'll place my dynalink between the output image and the blank image. Finally, I'll need to reclassify the output to create a Boolean mask. Now I can run this model to create my mask. This is the land mask I created using my model. The models I've demonstrated in this video are fairly simple. However, you can create very complex models using the macro modeler, like this model, designed to model the expansion of residential areas. For more information on the macro modeler, check out the Terrset tutorial, which can be accessed by going to Help and selecting Terrset Tutorial. Tutorial exercise 2-4 will offer more information about creating models with the macro modeler. You can also find more information on model elements, submodels, dynagroups, and dynalinks by accessing the help system files, either by going to Help, Contents, or by clicking the Help or question mark button on any Terrset module or application.